Hey everyone, it's Justin from Robinson Supply here today. Today I'm joined by Prantik from Moen. Prantik, introduce yourself for the everyone listening.
Hi, Justin. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me. My name is Prantik Guhabiswas, and I'm the Senior Product Manager overseeing the Flow Smart Water Shutoff here at Moen.
Excellent. And today we're talking all about the Flow by Moen, the big topic of discussion. I think it's a major key product from the Moen offering. So it's a good time to dive into it and see what it's all about. So for anyone that's listening that may have no idea what the Flow by Moen is, can you give a little bit of an overview? Like what is it?
Absolutely, yeah. So Flow by Moen is basically our smart water monitor and shutoff device, right? So basically, the intent of this product is to save people from, having catastrophic damage in their house, which is actually, happens more frequently than, fire and theft combined. Water damage. So not only that, but also help conservation goals for water and people that live in those areas that have water challenges and being monitored due to drought and ever affecting due to climate change. So some of the numbers, if we want to talk numbers there, Flow by Moen smart water monitor and shut off helps reduce more than 90% of annual household wastewater from potential leaks, such as like a leaky toilet valve that you just don't see, when you're going about your everyday days. And basically, average American annual water leaks about 10,000 gallons. And if you can
Wow.
save that, like 90% of it, that's quite a bit. Within 30 days of installation of the device, our customer base has reported homeowners device to leak that they were not even that they didn't even know that was there, right? So 60%, that's quite significant.
Hmm.
So that's like the whole purpose of this whole device is conservation and basically preventing catastrophic damages at your
Perfect. And
house.
as a homeowner, I have two little kids, and I've come home before when they've left the tap on all day long. This would be very beneficial to have for sure.
Sure.
Absolutely, yes.
So prior to me starting with Robinson, I wasn't really in the industry, and so just from a homeowner perspective, when I hear the name Moen, my mind usually goes right to faucets. Obviously, the Flow is not a faucet. So what was sort of the company's mentality around introducing this product, and why it was so important to what it was you're trying to accomplish on a bigger scale?
So basically, the introduction of Flow as well as some of our smart products, as with the industry, everything is shifting to the smart side of things, right? So Moen, as an industry, as a revolution that's happening, we want to be more than faucets, right? Just like you said, Justin, everything Moen is like you think kitchen faucet. That's the first thing that come to my mind. Like before I started working on Moen, that's all I thought about as well.
Mhm.
So basically, not only that, like we are much more than just kitchen faucets at this point. So we have not only the Moen Flow smart water monitor and shut off, but we also have smart faucets. We also have smart showers as well as leak detectors. And also like sump pump monitors for those that have the basement and the sump pumps in their residence. A variety of products, mainly to address your plumbing needs for your entire house, not just the kitchen faucet anymore.
For sure. That's exciting. So for the contractors in the homeowner's house, they're installing the Flow. What are some of those key tips for the contractor to keep in mind doing this installation or prior to doing this installation?
So prior to doing this installation, basically, you have to make sure that you're within 100 feet of an electric line because it does need power. It needs reliable Wi-Fi, and as well as obviously it needs to go on the main plumbing line. Now, from a plumbing line standpoint, we can do any plumbing line besides galvanized because that's just not recommended. Other than that, we can do like copper, your basic other plumbing lines as well.
PEX and PERT and stuff like
Tags,
that.
yep,
It's no
all
problem.
that, yep. Anything
Interesting.
besides galvanized is good to go through this product. The other thing is, obviously this needs to be a professional install, unless somebody's feeling daring that they can cut the main pipeline and do that.
Yeah.
We recommend that you put everything after the flow, so to speak. So your main water line coming into the house is the only thing that's going into the flow. That we get whole house monitoring.
That makes
There
sense.
is you can put like irrigation systems and stuff after it. So if you can set it up as such a way that it will monitor all of that. The more you put after the flow, the more you get
Got it.
savings and protection.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. So talk about the protection. I know you've already touched on protecting against the catastrophic damage from water leakage. So what is sort of that benefit and in that leak detection for a single or multi-family even, and what's that impact that the Flow can really have on those residents?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, with your kids turning the water on and leaving them
Mhm.
on for the rest of the day, that can not only add up in water bills, but it can also, from a conservation standpoint, we're wasting water as a precious resource. And as well as, nobody wants to come back to a flooded house. Like it happened to me, I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and one of the pipes, outside of my house actually bursted, and I came home like after a couple of days, and there was some water on my carpet, and I was like, well, what happened? With the flow, you can be anywhere in the world, whether you're on vacation or work trip or something, if something bursts or somebody leaves the faucet on or something like that, you will get a notification and it will shut your water off. So basically, it cuts off the whole water to the house, and does saving you from the catastrophic damages. Some other things that are we're building up as we build to the smart water journey is health protect, burst protect, and winterize mode. So if you have a rental property that, or like an Airbnb or a cabin, that you don't go to too often, you can have a flow there, and in winterize you can just hit the winterize mode, and based on the outside temperature, like it will work with the weather.com data, and basically it will shut off the water to your house in case it doesn't detect any water. Or if you're in away mode, like let's say you go on vacation, and you're like, what, I don't want any water to be used in my house, you can set away mode, and you can go away, and even if it detects like a little bit, it will shut it off and it will notify you like, hey, there's been water at your house, so we'll shut it off.
Yeah.
Brush Protect is really good to have as well. It works in conjunction with the smart faucet. So basically, what happens is, Flow will work with your smart faucet, and if it detects like you're not using water, and basically, it's going to freezing temperature, it shuts off the water to your house. It turns on the smart faucet, thus relieving the pressure. So there is basically like very little water in your lines, so you will not get a burst pipe, which is definitely important for people like us that live in the northern colder climates.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, like you said, the water savings is huge. That being able to give you that peace of mind is something
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
very, very valuable. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about the insurance companies. I've heard that this is sort of an emerging thing, and a lot more companies are doing it. Where if you've already had a water damage claim on your house, a lot of companies are sort of requiring a leak detection system, right?
Yes, that is correct. That, like you said, this is a very emerging market for us, and yeah, insurance companies don't want to take that chance because, like I said, at the beginning, this is 7 times more likely to happen than fire or theft. So water companies are being more cautious and just saying, even if you did not have a water damage claim, they
Mhm.
some insurance companies are actually giving you discounts, like if you have some like the
Really?
flow device installed in your house, and we will provide you a letter after it has been installed that you can take to your insurance company if your insurance company is a part of those program that is offering you a discount actively. So you don't basically have to wait till like have a catastrophic failure, because nobody wants to wait for that. Let's put it this way, right?
Exactly.
It's like having insurance. You hope you never have to use it, but you have it just in case. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So for the homeowner, after the flow is all set up and they have the app installed on their phone, everything's synced up, what are some of the coolest features for the homeowner to be aware of that exist in the app?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So basically, once you have the flow installed, your app is set up, it takes like 7 to 10 days to learn your behavior.
Okay.
So let's say, you want to take a shower at like, 6 o'clock at night, and you do your dishes at 7 o'clock at night, it will learn all that. So
That's
based on
cool.
that, it will develop an algorithm, and anything outside of that, it'll be like, oh, there's something wrong. We're going to turn off the water.
So if it knows you're usually not home during the day, you're at work, and it senses
Exactly.
someone's showering or something like that, it'll give you a notification.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. So yeah, so that's one of the cool features. Like you can be anywhere in the world and you will get these notifications, and you can turn on and off the water from your house from anywhere in the world that you have, cell service and you have Wi-Fi at your house. That's basically the only requirements, and power.
Hmm.
So basically that's one of them. You can also measure the amount of water you're using, and being in a ever-changing climate that we live in, water is a very precious resource, like we talked about earlier. So you can see the water you're using, and also track that and monitor that, change your lifestyle as needed, if you're into that, saving water for the future and stuff like that. So these are some of the really, really cool features, I would say, right from top of my head, that you can do. From a multi-family standpoint, Flow also offers a multi-family dashboard. So if you have a whole apartment complex, and having an apartment complex, you can install Flow in all the apartments that you have. You don't go to those apartments every day, right? You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
There could be a leaky toilet valve, and if your customer or your tenant does not report that to you, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So Flow can tell you that, like, it's like, hey, there's slowly water dripping at like 2 o'clock at night. It's like, okay, and that apartment is empty. It's like, okay, what's going on? So
Exactly.
that's a huge advantage.
I could imagine a leak happening on the top floor and
Yeah.
waking about, like that's a huge saver. Like that's incredible. So you mentioned previously the sump pump monitoring. So I know that this is a newer product that Robinson Supply is going to be pushing this year as well. So talk to me a little bit about that, because I know that that's a big thing, especially in places that get a lot of snow in the winter and have the melt in the spring.
Yes. So that's a big thing in my area as well, in Cleveland area. So basically, the sump pump monitor, it gives you peace of mind. So it basically, how it works is you plug the sump pump monitor into the wall, and then you plug your sump pump into the sump pump monitor.
Got it. Okay.
And it detects the water in your basin, in your sump pump basin, to monitor what's the water level at all points, and then if your sump pump is working or not, to keep up with that water level. So in your phone, through the app, the Moen Smart Water Network app, you will get live data from your sump pump, how much water is in your basin, as well as if your sump pump is working properly or not. Basically, it will do a check on your sump pump to make sure it's working when you need it the most, and if it detects that the sump pump is not working properly, it will notify you. And if you do not address the notification, it will actually call you on your cell phone. Like, hey,
Really?
something going on. Yeah, oh yeah. That's one of the really cool features that we have with that, right? Yeah. So it's like, you didn't acknowledge the notification, so we have to call you because otherwise your basement might flood.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
product is really, I mean, your product is really peace of mind, is what you're giving.
Oh yeah,
whole home
this is all giving
protection.
you peace of mind. It
That's
just stays in
incredible.
one corner. And if you buy a house with a sump pump, nobody's going to go down there and be like, well, let's just check out my sump pump today. It's just out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, we sell sump pumps here. We always talk about maintenance. It's like I'm a culprit. I don't maintain mine. I hear it kick in. I'm like, I assume it's working.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's amazing. So with the FLO product family, like you have the leak detection pucks, the battery backup for the water shut off, and the sump pump monitoring. Is there anything else that's sort of, what do you see on the horizon for the FLO family in the future? Like, how do you see this evolving further, in 10, 15 years out?
So basically, we continue to make enhancement to this product line, and as the market trend grows and the market needs happen, we will continue to add features and tailor the product. Like, for example, we're focusing on multifamily and like what the points that we talked about and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, enhance the product to a way that whatever the market is going towards, we'll have a solution for it, and it's going to be innovative. It's going to be basically future facing, as well as peace of mind and sustainability is on top of our priority list.
That's exciting. Well, I can't wait to put one in my house. That's the truth.
Oh, you love it. You will love it. Trust me.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for your time. And thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you. Glad to be here.